Yes, audible.
Welcome to the second day of the 5 days national level FDP on the topic Application of AI in Academic Research. On behalf of Shree Damodar College of Commerce and Economics, I extend my warm welcome to all of you for this second session. Yesterday, Ma'am Swati gave a brief introduction to AI in academic research and she also explained how ChatGPT can be used in generating research ideas. Today, we shall learn a new topic of AI tools in research. And with this, I hand over the session to Ma'am Swati. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Pooja, and I again welcome you all to the second day of the workshop. As Dr. Pooja have already mentioned that yesterday we discussed about the application part of ChatGPT to outline and start with our research journey, how to begin with, what kind of themes they are there, to just to make our broader lane to a narrow one. So, with the moving ahead with the chat GPT, we looked into what are the themes. Then from themes, we try to identify the questions, right? Which I want to pursue or anyone want to pursue with their research, that okay, out of these X number of themes, I would like to take one of the theme and proceed with my journey with this particular research question. Till now, anyone has any doubt? Anything you want to ask? Because the next step that we would be looking into is with the set that we have talked about, right? Now, there could be one research question, or maybe you have taken out some sample research paper, right? It could be either of the way that you are looking into, but I would be taking up a research question, and from there I'll say how the journey with begins. Like, the first and foremost is I have to look into the literature review, right? So for the literature review, I need to look for the research papers, and generally, as the last class I shared with you, you have research smart, where you look into what are the databases that they are available on website, and majority we look into the Google Scholar, right? But today I'll just show one step ahead. With the Google Scholar, you get all the papers and you need to study all the papers. What if I have one center point and see how this particular research moves around, right? So let me take you into that perspective, taking the same research question. I'll just start sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Okay, so let me take the last, the question that we have created, how the banking habits for Generation X, right? Now, the first very popular where I can look into how this particular questions and how these things are related to each other is litmaps.com. It's a kind of what we call it as, it's a seed mapping. From one paper you can identify and you can look into how the papers are interconnected and how it can be look forward. Now, this particular lit map, you can look into search by keywords, author, or as I already mentioned, maybe you have some paper and you want to see how that paper has been mapped, how the paper looked like, not only in terms of how it has been cited, in fact how the references, the interconnection between them. So what I'll do, I'll take it this particular question, and let's okay, so let me take it wait a second. I have identified few keywords. Okay, based on above, identify five keywords. Let me take 5 keywords, and so these are the 5 keywords. Um, See, I'm able to get the papers. So see, I have how Genex. So these are the papers. There is very few citation for them. There's one paper. This is the paper, mobile perceived trust mediation on the intention. So let me take this paper. Now have a look in this paper. This is the seed. This is the paper that I have asked them. And from this paper, I can see the references part and this paper where it has been cited. So this is where it has been cited and what are the other papers that can be interconnected. So with the help of Litmap, I can see like this Hemanatha 2021. It has been also cited in Gilgordo paper and it got reference from Alcorata. So this is the way you can look into now this paper. There is no reference link from the same paper, but it has been referred in there, right? Cited in this one. So you can have a look at how this, like this is the first paper, right? In 1993, and it has been cited in couple of papers. Now there is one paper, this paper. Now see how it has been linked. The 2022 paper, how it has been linked with all the papers, references, and the previous one. Those also have one more in 2022, and this is how it is linked. So Litmap gives you how the papers have been cited, not only in this particular format it talks about. It also gives you all the papers which you can open it up and see how it has been done. Like if I click it any one, see. So if I click on this is the abstract of the paper. I want to open it, I can separately open it and I can preview it. And if I want to make this as a seed map, that also can be done and see how this all have been gone through. Right? So this is the one of the way that you can do, which is known as lit maps, where you can see with the seed, it's a kind of seed mapping that is done, right? In the same way, lit maps is there. There is one more app that is research rabbit.ai. Research rabbit.ai. With the same context, what I have shown you right now. Now, in this research rabbit, you have to log in. Actually, lit maps also you need to log in, right? And then you have to go through with it. Now, in case of this research rabbit, what you can go, you can create a new collection. Right? Click on it. Now you can add the papers here. Now you can put again the keywords or so I'll take. Now, please, one thing, it doesn't show you only the scopus. It gives you an outline, just like Google Scholar. It shows you all the papers, right? From all the subject areas. Now, let's take it like in this, in times of paradigms, how generation XYZ looks at digital banking. So let me take this paper. I'll add this paper. You can have n number of papers. You can take any Gen Z here. Then you have younger generation transformation of banking sector in. So you can get any paper, right? You can click on any paper or can take a combination of the papers. I'll just take the first paper. Right? Now have a look. Now this paper has been added up. This is the abstract of the paper. This is the abstract of the paper, right? Now this paper, now what I can identify with this paper, there is no similar work. Acha. Now this paper, the author of this paper, there are 6 authors, right? Okay, nothing much is highlighted. Okay, this particular author has 35 publication. These are his publication. These are the mapping that this particular author has, connection between your connections and the 34 papers. So if you can go with this one, so this is again, there is no similar work. Let me take you something with has similar work. Wait a second. I'll take my old one. Huh. Like if you look into this paper. Now have a look at this paper. So you can get similar work. Same as this paper. What are the similar works when they have happened? So there is a connection on the similar work. There are 50 papers which have connections between your collection. So how it is connected, right? So if you look into the paper, this is 2023 paper, this one, which is in green color, and how it is connected, right? You can copy this one, all the references in this paper. These are the references and these are the connection that they are talking about, how it is connected. Just like the lit map here, in lit map you were just getting the connect between the papers without any bifurcation, but in this you can get the bifurcation in terms of similar work, in terms of author and the suggested authors as well. Like if I go to the authors, how these authors are placed, that can be highlighted with this. The suggested authors into this. इसमें अभी okay अभी link है नहीं इसमें कोई और. So all citation, it has been cited only in one paper, right? This is the citation of the paper. This is the paper abstract that they are talking about. These are the references of the paper, this paper. So this will one by it is in line, you will get all the references and all the mapping. In lit map, you just, if you look into the lit map, okay, I'll show you the bifurcation. Like if you look at the lit map, it is just showing the references and citation and how it is mapped, right? But in research rabbit, if you look into, mapping is done in a different way, right? If you look into the, so it gives the references differently and citation differently. So this is the references part, how this Kapoor has referred the paper and how the particular paper, like this paper, where it has been, this paper, there is no interconnection as such, it is highlighting. This is the way it is highlighting. I'll just zoom out. Like if I talk about this paper, right? If I talk about this paper, so how it has been correlated with, connected with, right? But in lit map, you just have in terms of the citation. You don't get about the author's details and everything. Even if you will click this, you will get just abstract in the same way what you are getting there. But there is no inline kind of stuff. It is only one this small diagram, right? So in Research Rabbit, you can go from one paper to another paper and see how it is connected, and you can create your own mapping from one paper and can identify how this paper continues with it, right? Anyone, any question with regard to lit maps and Research Rabbit?
Hello, Dr. Swati.
Yeah, please.
I have one question with
Yeah, please.
reference to rabbit, research rabbit. So, can we get the correlation value also, the relationships from
No,
EPM?
no. You will not get any. It is only visualization.
Okay.
You can get the diagrams and maps. Nothing more than that. No quantitative.
Okay.
Huh.
Fine. Thank you.
Yeah. See, all these, this is just to understand your, how your literature, how the paper is connected with each other.
Fine.
That's it. So you will not get any kind of quantitative data from here. No quantitative data you can get from here, right? So one is lit map. Second is this research rabbit. Another one which is I generally don't use it, but people open knowledge maps. Again, it is a search engine in the same way. You can look at it in the oil, right? refine your search in what way you want to, one document type or what you look into most relevant, all time you want to look into, and the terminologies. Let me take the terminologies from here. So I'll take these terminologies and just give a second, it will be opening. Okay. So open knowledge map is not able to give me the map, the knowledge map with lot of words. So I'll try with, let's take out just one with digital education. Now, in case of open knowledge map, it gives you a kind of Venn diagram. How it is interconnected, it will be showcasing with the help of Venn diagram with the terminologies, right? And how the terminologies, and under one terminology, sorry, one keyword, how many papers are there? So you have distance education, digital literacy and communicative, you have class, gender and race, you have teacher. So these are on the basis of keyword that you can get it, all the papers. So you can just highlight which particular you are looking into. If I look into this, I can just click it, and these are the papers, out of which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are open access and rest are not open access, which I'll not be able. So these are the papers that they have showcased here based on the words. So this is one that I can.
I have another question.
Yeah, please.
With reference to this Venn diagram, suppose if we come to know these are the terminology and against these terms there are so many papers. So suppose we are getting less number of papers with reference to one or two terminology, that means there is a gap. We
No,
can
you
identify.
can't get a gap like this because you have to go through with it, because they have the limited access.
No. I mean to say less number of papers are visible against one particular term. So we can consider that less people have done the research in this area.
Man, that's what I'm saying. You have to cross check with the different database also. They have a limited access to the database. Like if
Okay.
you look into, uh, let me show you. If I look into this lit map with the same keywords, my first paper, that the seed paper I got, is the Dow 2021, right? And
Hmm.
these are the basically references that is taken, and this is where it has been cited. Now, if I go to research rabbit, okay, oh, just a second, I'll again open that. With the same paper, see, I got a different paper here
Hmm.
with the same keywords what I have put in lit map. In lit map, I got this paper of 2021. Here I got the paper of 2022, right? And they have not shown me any similar work or references because it is not an open, they were not able to get it. So
Okay.
I can't say you that on the basis of just visualizing it and making it a yes, there is a research gap. No, you have to go with the multiple sources. That's why yesterday also I mentioned it. Please, AI tools will assist you. You need to do the background study and see whether there is a gap or not. So it will just help you to understand, okay, how it is going and how I have to go with.
But one point I just want to clarify here. See, different AI, these tools talking and considering different databases.
Yes. It's the same way. If you open a Google Scholar and you open a Scopus, you will get a different data set. Even in any kind of database, you will not get the same data set. Almost there would be some difference.
Hmm.
So that is why we have to mention that, okay, I have used this database. And right now, all these database like Litmap, Research, It just give you a background that okay, this is the paper and this is way, like if I talk about, if I want to identify a research gap, what I can do, I can see okay, this is the paper and this is the paper, how they have linked, right?
Right.
So I can take these couple of papers and see how they have interconnected and how it has cited,
Right.
right? And then I can identify what is the research gap.
Okay.
I can take a support of it and look into, because this database till now has not been validated as compared to Scopus, right? So अभी इसमें Scopus, अब मैं क्योंकि ये paper is not like from Scopus as such, ये मुझे I need to cross check whether this paper is a Scopus indexed or not. Maybe you are taking the Scopus index papers only or not. So sometimes what we do, we just take the paper and copy paste here and see whether there is a mapping done or not. That's
Okay.
why I said, if you look into, I said, now it is not only the keyword, the author, DOI, PubMed. PubMed, majority they use the database of Pub rather than Scopus. So a lot of AI doesn't take, because Scopus have altogether their own AI product. So they don't allow all these free versions to use it. And one more thing, nothing is free in this world. If it is free, it means it is on beta test. So these all are beta version right now, because they have not. And Litmap, right now I'm using a free version. Yes, if you are using a paid version, then I can say yes, 99.99% it is authenticated. But talking about a free version and using it, like Research Rabbit is free version. So I'll not say that you can 100% rely and can look into. Like Open Knowledge is also a free tool. It is also a free one. But it will help you to look into, like if I can see with only one, like digital education, I can get my knowledge. Okay, these are the key uh, keywords that have been interlinked and how they have been gone through with it. And I can see the couple of papers here. So what I can do, I can take this paper, like let's say example, I take this paper, let's have a see, I can go to my Litmap, let's click on it and see there is no article, like see there is no article found. So doesn't mean that there would be, so that challenge can come. Or I can take, let's see, it's a paper. एक मिनट आया, हाँ S Brown ना, I got the paper. Yes, this is the paper. So now I can use the lit map and create a seed map. See the paper I got from the Open Knowledge, that this paper is basically from which particular when conceptualizing is wait a second. It is the area of concise building, digital discourse, and digital ethics. Ethics paper. So which one? This one, right? Concise building. So this is the keywords from here. So I can take it from here. This is the basically the map where it has been cited and it has been from how it has referred. Now see, these are the paper which this paper has not referred, but there is a connection. So in this way you can get, because 1, 2, and 3, they have not been mapped with my seed paper, right? So these are the three paper, 3, 1, 3, 4, 5,
Yes.
7, 8, 9. So there are a lot of papers which has not, but
Related to
you
what?
have a connection. So this will help you to understand.
अभी मेरा एक प्रोग्राम चल रहा है, मैं अटेंड कर रही हूँ उसका. कौन है उसमें सेकंड फ्लोर बोर्ड रूम मीटिंग में?
Ma'am, can you please mute yourself? Yeah. So this is the way you can go ahead and can use a combination of multiple of AI tools that you can use in this, right? So one is Litmap, one is Research Rabbit, one is Open Knowledge Map. There is one more, Connected Papers. Again, Connected Papers also talk about the same mapping that you can do. Like I have taken this particular an artificial intelligence readiness and adoption framework for agri-tech firms, right? And see, these are the papers I can take. This is the origin paper that they are talking about and how it has been mapped. It's the same way what you have got with the lit maps and everything. Just the presentation is different. Nothing else. Like if I talk about, so this is the paper. Again, Connected Papers is a paid version. To a certain extent, it is free. Then it is paid, right? So like you have used 2 out of 2. So now I don't have any free version left with me. So this is the way you can get in Connected Papers, same way as you got in the lit maps. So this is the way you can get the links between the paper from the paper that I have identified from the open knowledge map. And these are the papers, and then you can look into, this is very isolated paper. This is actually a chapter. It is keeping up. This is the paper, right? So you can take the derivative works, prior works. So if I talk about the derivative, these are the papers that have cited the particular paper. These are the paper which were referred, right? You can take it into the list view also, or in the format of map, like this. So you have this connected papers as well that can be used to connect the dots and how it has been done. So these are the basically to start with, to understand how a particular, with one paper you can come across with a multitude of papers. Because sometimes what happens, you don't know where to go and how to start, or maybe you don't have the database, or you're saying I'm not able to identify the papers. So and you have identified that, okay, this is the paper which is most closely to my paper. So with the help of these tools, you can at least correlate with your other papers and you can identify and start reading it. So it will help you rather than going off lakhs of paper. Like if I talk about the same, in case of sorry, in case of Google Scholar, like sorry, so these are the cited, it has been cited by 42 papers. These are the cited papers. I can go through with the related papers. There are 94 papers which are related, but how they are related and how is there any interconnection between them, that can be done with lit maps, research rabbit, right? Even connected papers. So that particular thing helps with from these two couple of AI tools, which is not able to with the your help of Google Scholar. So that is the difference between both of them. So this is one of the way you can identify and you can start with your research. Now, sometimes what happened, once I have the papers in my hand, and the challenge comes, you have hundreds of papers in front of you and you say like, oh god, it's so tough or challenge to read all the papers. How I should go about, how I to make the literature review for these papers. So to understand that challenge and how to go about, or maybe you don't get the papers, you're not getting the papers and you want to make a literature review, want to make a summary of it. So there's a very good AI tool That is elicit.com. Now, in case of elicit.com, you can just put a research question and you can find the papers, or you can put it any PDF, or you can list any concepts. So like, if you have concepts in your mind, what I was talking about right now, oh, it is the paper basically. No, I'll just take the research question which I was talking about. Sorry. So this is the research question. Okay, my elicit has. Oh, wait a second. Just a second. So I got zero credit. I'll open with some other account. Just a second, my account credits got over. Just give me one second. I'll just open it with just a second. Give me one. Just a second. I have to create one account. So actually, in the free elicit is again a paid version. So that becomes a little challenge. So for free version, they gives you few credit to use it. Now I'll just show you. Now, if you look into this one, in actually it is a very basic which is free of cost, which gives you 5,000 credits, and you can't just upload your own paper and free concepts and all those. But if you take it on a plus version where you can summarize up to 8 papers, extract data, export results as well, and it gives you more accurate result. But never mind, let me take you to the basic to just to make you understand. So let's I need to wait a second. Okay, so let's start with this is my research question which I've identified with ChatGPT yesterday. I'll just click on this. Now, if you look into, it has given me a summary of top 4 papers, right? And give me a tabular summary of my all the papers. Now I can get n number of papers in this and whatever I want. Right now it is giving me an abstract summary. It is giving me the total summary of the paper. It can talk about methodology that can be, so just wait, I can create an Excel sheet with it. Like if you want to look into study objectives, you want to see the research gaps. So in this way, they can identify the abstract summary. There is no research gap suggested, no research gap. These are the research gaps in this paper. They are able to, right? They are looking into. So these are the papers. I can just add more papers into it. But on a free version, I cannot download the paper. I cannot export all this Excel. But if I have a paid version, I can make an Excel and can download this table. So in this way, I can create my table and can go through with it. Even if I want to read, I can click on it. I can see the abstract summary, the objective. There is no research gap. And this is the paper. If the paper is open access, you will get the paper. Otherwise, you will get the abstract. So like the paper which has the research gap is this one. So okay, I'll open this paper. So these are the research gaps and you can just go through the paper as well. So this way you can help you. You can just have a look and you can read accordingly. Right? So this is one of the very good app that you can use, which is known as elicit.com, which helps you to go ahead and identify the papers. Till now, anyone has any doubt, any query they want to ask me? So I hope it is good to go. So we have done lit maps. We were talked about research rabbit, open knowledge maps. We have talked about elicit. We have talked about connected papers. So anyone has any doubt? I'm just going with the sequence how you can go ahead and do it. Shall I move ahead? Now, elicit is the one of the where you have to not read. You the summary is already prepared in front of you, right? Now, there is a paper in front of you, and you want to read that paper. You want to understand that paper in a better way, right? And that paper is in the PDF format. That paper is in the PDF format, or there is a report or anything you want to read in the PDF, right? So for that, it is sorry, chatpdf.com. Now here you can just download. You can upload any PDF document. Like let's say suppose I have already. So this is one of the PDF that I have uploaded. And these are the questions that I have asked. It's a socially responsible investing performance evaluation of BRIC nations. So it will give me a recommended questions and then I can create my own questions also. and from where it got the answer from the paper, it will highlight. Like from page number 18, it tried to give me an answer. From page number 19, I can ask him to write a summary of the paper. Again, it is a paid AI tool, but yes, to a certain extent, you can use free, but then it is paid. So my limit has been crossed in this. So I was not able to take you, but I have shown you my previous work that has been done. So this is a chat PDF, just like Chat GPT. Chat PDF helps you to read the PDF file. So this is Chat PDF that you can go ahead and you can use it. Anyone, any doubt? Shall I move ahead? Now, sometimes what happens, you don't want to read. It becomes very monotonous for you that you don't want to read any PDF doc or any kind of. So you want to listen, because nowadays we try to listen a lot. We have a sense, I don't want to read anything. I just want to listen it while driving or something. So you have Automic AI. So you can access any academic research via audio. So this is a very good one that you can use it. Right now, again, I'm using a free trial version. So let's take, I have one of the uploaded paper, the key statements, the abstract of the paper. So just, it will generating an audio. So I'll just click it. Is it audible? I hope it is audible. Are you able to listen the paper?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, wait a second. Okay. Yeah. I hope now it will be audible to you all.
Over recent years, the Human Resource Information System, HRIS, has gained tremendous impetus in industry. Still, the literature states that most information system failures result from employee resistance and subsequent opposition behavior. To address the gap in the literature, this study has targeted
So
employee.
you can read any PDF file, you can listen any PDF file with the help of this particular tool that is Automic. Automic.app helps you to listen to any research paper, any research PDF file that you have. But again, to a certain extent, it is free, then it would be a paid. So there is one more. See, nowadays you cannot carry your laptop everywhere. Sometimes while roaming around, traveling, you always carry your mobile with you, and you want to read a paper or something like that. So there is a very good app which can up to date you, and I'll just tell you that app. Wait a second. I'll write it on chat box. It's a very good app that you can use it. It is our Discovery. You can just download on your mobile this app, our Discovery. It's a very good app where you can get up to date all the papers. Even on daily basis, you can get a notification then related to your topic, related to your research area, related to your theme. You will be able to identify, okay, these are the papers that are available. So our discovery is a very good one, which you can upload it on your mobile and you can use it. So you can just go ahead with using this, and you can be up to date and you can see how it has been used. So that is one of the very good, it is a kind of good database that you can get. That is our discovery that you can go ahead with. So apart from chat PDF, apart from Automake and the Research Rabbit and all these lit maps and everything, our discovery is also one of the database where can give you an all the up to date information regarding to the papers related to your theme. Till now, anyone has any query, any question? Uh, uh, no question. Shall I move ahead? Okay, great. So the next one is after my this elicit and all. Elicit में क्या है? एक table आ रहा है. But sometimes I want a kind of, because मैं presentations भी बनानी होती है, so I need some flashcards to portrait. So for flashcards, there is a very good app called Scholarcy. Scholarcy.com. It's a very good app where you can, with the help of this app, you can organize and summarize your data. Just a second. Right now I'm showing you the paid version. I have Scholarcy का मेरे पास paid version है, right? So you can take any one paper. Like I've already uploaded one paper. So just upload a paper. Now, in case
your screen is not visible.
Oh, okay. Sorry. वो मैंने entire screen से हटा दिया था. Sorry. So Scholarcy will give you a flashcards. I hope now is it visible?
Yes.
Great. So Scholarcy will help you to provide the flashcards related to the key concepts, the highlights, the abstract, synopsis, summary, even the comparative analysis. And this one is very good, comparative analysis. Comparative analysis means differs from previous work, builds on previous research to highlight how confirmation of earlier findings in discussion, in the use, in perceived privacy, where the particular section it has taken from the how it has been associated, how it has been correlated with the previous papers. That is highlighted in this comparative. So you can look into the papers. These are the papers. So this is the one of the paper and how it has been correlated, right? You can look into the key concepts in the paper. You can look into the abstract of the paper. Even you can see the summary of, this is the whole scholarly summary of the whole paper. So you can take the multiple papers and you can do this comparison and make the flashcards, which will help you to develop your presentation. So if you want to make it compact kind of, it's just a change view. You can have a look on this particular. That can be done. So this is the Scholarcy, that a very good app that you can use to make a summary. Just like Elicit में table form में आता है, इसमें flashcards बनते हैं. Again the presentation, Scholarcy में आप research question से आप करते हो. इसमें आप क्या करते हो? You prepare it with the just you have to take one file and drop down it. आपको फाइल कोई एक अपलोड करनी पड़ेगी, कोई भी एक पेपर, और उसकी समरी बनाता है. एलिसिट में आपको जस्ट रिसर्च क्वेश्चन या पेपर से भी करोगे तो उसके रिलेटेड पेपर्स भी आपको दिखाएगा. तो दैट वन, जैसे अगर मैं बात करूं, दिस इज एलिसिट. अगर मैं इसको extract data from PDF. So let me take one PDF. Just a second, it is uploading. Give it a second. I hope I'm not too fast and I'm able to explain the each and every concept, because I just don't want you guys to just look into all the apps. I just want you guys to have an hands-on experience also on all these apps. Especially start your journey with Chat GPT, which will really will be supporting you to understand and to continue with your journey. So this is the paper. So like this, you can put it into n number of papers and just create. Like if I want to create a summary of this paper, this is the summary of the paper. I want to see the future research kind of. If there would be a section, it will definitely highlight it. So in this way, you can put it n number of papers, but on free version, you can't put n number of papers. For that, you have to pay it. So there is a restriction for that. But yes, it will help you to read the paper in a much better way of literature review. You can create a table, but in scholarship, it's a different one. So both has a different usage that you can look into. Scholarship is flashcards hai, and in LSA there is no flashcards kind of stuff. So this is the way you can make your summary and you can go ahead with it. So anyone has any query? So what we have done today we have talked about first how to get the data in terms of from litmap, from research rabbit, from open knowledge maps, right? Then how to analyze, start the analysis, how to read the paper. We used elicit. We talked about chat PDF, and we want to listen to the PDFs. For that we have used Odysseus, and then I have showed you Scholarly as well. Scholarly and elicit both are same. Again, their format is different. Elicit gives you a table and Scholarly gives you flashcards. Scholarly doesn't talk about with the help of research question. If you have a PDF, it will give a summary. But in Elicit, it is not only the PDF it can read, it can identify the database from your research question. Even it can give you database from your key words or key concepts that are there. So from that perspective also, Elicit, I have found it much better, and it a very good way, because we generally make a literature review in a tabular form, and we need a particular sections in it. So Elicit gives you a good one. So from that, so you have all these apps in front of you that you can go ahead and use it, because now we have a couple of days in with us. So please use all these apps to understand it better, because knowing the app and using that app are two different things. So I hope you start using all these apps, and it will really help you to begin with your journey and to start writing your research papers as well. So if anyone has any query, anything you want to ask me, even from the yesterday class, maybe you are not able to understand from Chat GPT, or your Chat GPT was not able to give you the right answer or something, the prompts that we're talking about. See, remember, in AI, it is all about the prompt that you are putting in. So, any query, anything?
No, you said that Elicit is better than all these apps.
From my perspective, my usage, I have found Elicit a good one.
So we can use Elicit only,
Yes,
leaving all other apps.
Satya sir, please, that depends on your outcome or the usage. Because sometimes there is one more, which I was in the next class, I will tell you. There are a couple of more analyzing tools, just like Elicit. They use those also. But I generally prefer Elicit because it gives me in a tabular form and makes my life little easy. I'm not saying Elicit is a good one and you use that. Please use all and then identify which is good for you. Because it should be a user friendly. We all know app should be user friendly, and it gives the presentation should be easy to understand. Because for all the database are same. It all comes from the website. So from database, that's not a challenge. It is the quality, how they are doing the analysis and how they are presenting the analysis, that matters. It's something like that. You have lot of UPIs, but why you are using Google Pay or why you are using Paytm, it is all choice. So same happens here. Like you have Litmap, you have Research Rabbit. Now which one is good? It all depends on you, what you want.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other query? So I'll meet you guys in the next session, that is next week. So we'll go ahead with more AI tools that are available, and I'll try to make you to use them. Uh, Please, if you have any query or if you're finding any challenge while using all these apps, or you are not able to interpret it or something, you are most welcome to connect with me. So that won't be a challenge. I'm easily available on LinkedIn. Myself, Dr. Swati. So on LinkedIn, it would be Dr. Swati Gupta. I'm also on in the WhatsApp group. People are there on the WhatsApp group. So you can connect with me on the WhatsApp group as well. So I would be there to reply if you have any query on using that. Because I know we have a couple of holidays in the next week. So please use that time period and go ahead with it. So happy research, everyone. See you, everyone. Yes, Pooja ma'am, on 11th of April, we have
Yes,
our
ma'am. The next session is on 11th of April. Thank
Yeah.
you, ma'am. And
Thank you.
thanks to all the participants for their patient listening.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.